All right, so I'm using my old friend, the caravan, again today, because right now we're going to go to Andeluna. Oh, that bottle doesn't look very nice, does it? Hang on, let me just swap that out. It's an ugly looking bottle. Hang on, there we go. Note to self, guys, this is live. You don't need to see my caravan anyway. So, Andeluna, this is their Cuatro Cepas, which is probably their most awarded wine that they've had. So I've shared a few times about Andeluna on this show, and obviously you can go back both on YouTube and Facebook to kind of get your idea of who Andeluna is. They're from Argentina. But, you know, a story I probably haven't shared is, you know, when the family first got to Gualtallery, you know, they were mesmerized by the mountain that surrounded them, like when they bought the vineyard. You know, they spent hours just hiking and exploring the mountain, you know, just in order to understand it, to understand the changes, the moments, the secrets, you know, that come from the mountain. And, you know, it was in a conversation on a Friday, you know, just watching the mountain over a fire, you know, someone just said something that just moved everyone. It was like, you know, if only we could put into each bottle a piece of the air of this mountain and a piece of the land and a piece of how she makes us feel every morning when we see her. And that is what Andeluna tries to do in every wine that they produce. You know, to help you really taste and feel the terroir it comes from. You know, I just find Andeluna super romantic. Recently, they've just changed all their labels, so I'm really excited to be able to share this one. Next time you see it, it's going to be probably in a different label. This is really their flagship wine. There's only 2,000 of these bottles made. It's a 96-point and gold medal winner from Decanter. And it's a Bordeaux blend, you know, of Malbec, Cabernet, and Merlot. 50% is made in new French oak. This wine will age for ages. 2013 vintage. Manually harvested. So okay, imagine, so you got all this Malbec, you got all these grapes growing, right? So the viticulturists will actually go through during the harvest and pick the rows that will go into the Pasionado. So again, very low yield. So they have 3 levels. You've got your 1300, which is kind of like your base level, like still very high quality, but very base level. You have your altitude, which are slightly better. They make about 7,000 to 10,000 bottles of that. And then this little guy, where they only make about 2,000. So manually harvest them in the month of April, when, you know, you've got the best polyphenolic maturity. And then they manually select the berries and put them into like a pre-fermentation kind of cold maceration. So the berries in like its cool environment will just kind of macerate together. And then each of the varietals will be put into like French oak barrels for 12 months and aged separately, yeah? So the Malbec, the Cab Sav, and the Merlot, 50% in new French, 25% in first use, and then the rest in second use barrels. The Cab Franc will go into like 60% new French oak. I guess because Cab Franc has higher tannins, they kind of want to soften that out a little bit. And then 40% in 60% and 40%, my maths is still working, in second use. And then they perform the blend, and they want to try and harmonize all the different varietals and the expressions of those varietals, resulting in something that's quite unique and a true reflection of the Argentinian soil and philosophy, rather than make it a Bordeaux varietal, a Bordeaux blend, I should say. So then it's kept in these bottles for at least 8 months before it's released. Okay, so that's what makes this wine quite special. Pasionado, the passion of the winemaker. Let's have a quick look. Whew, that is intense. Very intense color as well. 2013, so we're getting into that kind of red. I've told you that the color of the wine, so the more purple the wine, the younger it is. When we start moving on, we want to get more of that ruby red. When it's ruby red, we want to drink it now. Now we're getting into more of that red color. This needs to be drunk now. Depends on how you like. I prefer to drink wines young and fruity rather than aged like port. But yeah, so very intense. There's like violets. Ooh, black fruit. It's very spicy. It's herbal. It's like really herbaceous, yeah? Oh, gosh. I don't know. What are you getting at home, for those who have this at home? I'm getting like this meatiness coming through now as well, like a gaminess. Forest floor, black fruit. The violets. Like I'm getting violets. I don't know where the violets are coming from. Maybe the Malbec. Ah, that's right. The Malbec. Jeez, Malbec. Okay, let's have a look at the palette. Oh, wow. That tannin, oh, wow, it's so well balanced. It's got such a lingering finish as well. It's very powerful. You know, it's very, very oaky. If you like oak, you'll love this wine. Even though, I said before, 60% of the wines only is used in oak, in new oak. This is really oaky. Lots of vanilla, lots of that coconutty as well. So, yeah, wow, it's super. Yeah, but lots of spicy characters, lots of violets, lots of black fruit coming through on the palate as well. This is outstanding. If you love high quality Bordeaux and just want a little bit of a twist on it, you have to try the Cuatro Cepas.